Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's global media strategy appears to be paying off, especially in the US. Unlike other members of the royal family, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex are so in tune with the needs and sensitivities of Gen Z and millennials in their positioning and their messaging, that they seem to have written off the older generations. They have become the personification of accessible royalty to younger people, and they're playing the politics in ways that are masterful. They've done a nice job of allowing themselves to be icons and archetypes of how to make a difference in ways that matter. If they were my clients, I would advise them to leverage social media more. They've pretty much stayed away from that, other than their official Instagram, but that's where their core audience is, and so it's surprising they've chosen to steer clear. Over here in the US, there's a huge contrast to how they're seen compared with their pariah status in the UK, and the mocking and epic scale of reputational challenges that they've faced. Over here they're created these very strategic and clever celebrity-powered modern-day royalty image, although I should stress that the middle of America has very different views on them. If you move away from the West Coast, where they live in California, and move into the more Republican voting conservative states, you'll find more of a mixed bag when it comes to opinions on Harry and Meghan. People still the attacks on President Trump. They see Meghan and Harry coming in and trying to dictate American politics to some degree, and that turns off some of conservative middle America. The US media definitely isn't as interested in the Sussexes as in Britain, but the pair are definitely growing their base across the pond among young people. And that's a clever strategy, because that's the battleground, that's the future of their market. And it requires an understanding and an empathy with those younger generations who care about social justice, the environment and equality. Young people crave authenticity, and Harry and Meghan give this perception of authenticity, for sure. When Harry speaks about his personal pain, that resonates. I think in time Harry and Meghan will choose to return to the UK. Their ratings are good with millennials, so I believe there will eventually be a return home, but it will take some time. Meanwhile, they're focused on building a global audience away from the royal family, and it seems, as long as they stay in America, they're ticking all the right boxes. Meghan Markle and Prince Harry are finding ways to keep their digital interactions positive. The couple has been subject to repeated instances of online bullying and harassment over the last year and have been vocal about it. Their social media accounts have remained dormant since they stepped back as senior working members of the royal family last January. The Times of London recently reported that the two have quit social media and will no longer use platforms like Facebook, Twitter and Instagram due to the hate they've encountered. But a source tells ET that both Harry and Meghan hope to use the digital world for good. In October, Meghan talked about how being the most trolled person in the entire world affected her during her and Harry's conversation with the Teenager Therapy podcast in honor of World Mental Health Day. "I'm told that in 2019 I was the most trolled person in the entire world, male or female," she said. "Now 8 months of that, I wasn't even visible. I was on maternity leave or with a baby. But what was able to just be manufactured and churned out, it's almost unsurvivable. That's so big, you can't even think of what that feels like. Because I don't care if you're 15 or 25, if people are saying things about you that aren't true, what that does to your mental and emotional health is so damaging." Later that month, she explained why she has chosen to distance herself from social media during the Fortune Most Powerful Women Next Gen Summit. "For my own self-preservation, I have not been on social media for a very long time," Meghan shared. "I had a personal account years ago, which I closed down, and then we had one through the institution and our office that was in the UK that wasn't managed by us, that was a whole team, and so I think that comes with the territory for the job you have. I've made a personal choice to not have any account, so I don't know what's out there, and in many ways that's helpful for me," she continued, adding that she worried about people who have become obsessed with it. For more on Meghan and Harry 1 year after their shocking royal exit and why they will likely never return to their former roles, watch the video below. In January 2020, Harry and Markle stepped back from the royal family. The decision, often sardonically referred to as Megxit, meant the pair would split their time between the United Kingdom and North America, as well as becoming financially independent and relinquishing most royal duties. The already recorded interview with Oprah, which will be broadcast on CBS on March 7, will surely generate attention around the world. But British monarchists will likely view whatever the couple has said as a kick in the teeth to the British establishment. Certainly, this interview represents a very obvious rebuke to the long-established British royal motto, never complain, never explain. The couple will fuel those critics who say that they should abdicate entirely from the royal family, as well as bring into question the eminence of the royal family more widely. But to their supporters, the couple is again proving that being part of a famous family need not necessarily mean bending the knee to powerful interests.